I love how y'all, look at this, green room, back in the green room with this guy.
Yes.
And you know what we're talking about in the green room, and I want to make a little note before I ask him this question. I want to celebrate. This is my very first Breaking Normal podcast guest, JP Sears, baby. And you just got to see him not kill it, but just fill the room with love. And this is the most recent Breaking Normal podcast guest, a local Uber driver that drove me here today. And we're in the back of the green room talking about what is God. And I heard JP, you have a video. What is the video called?
It's called Why I Changed My Mind About God.
It only was recommended to me about 20 times in the last 20 days or so. Can you tell us in 10 seconds or less why you changed your mind about God? And then I'm going to remind myself to go watch this when I rewatch this video, the full video.
Yeah, so I would say for about the past 20 years, my perception of God was primarily shaped through the New Age spiritual lens, where if you're religious, you're like kind of stupid and outdated. And now I've gotten accidentally more Christian. Won't pretend to be a perfect Christian, but I've taken some good stuff from the spiritual New Age stuff, but also realized there's a lot of propaganda in that to discount religion and a traditional Christian view of God. So as I've evolved along in my delusional redheaded kind of way, I now have a lot of appeal of the Christian perspectives of God, which feels good.
Feels good to hear that in the person, in the flesh, and I am now reminded I'm going to go watch that full video. And thank you, JP, for all the amazingness tonight. All the time.
Heck yeah, glad you're here, brother.
This guy's a truth warrior. I get so much inspiration from him. Why'd you change your mind about God?
When I changed my mind about
Yeah.
God, unconditional love, my wife, this girl.
There it is. There's the answer. Why did I change my mind about God? I think that's because that's what God wants me to do. I think God wants me to keep changing my mind. I love that they give me something to break from Limp Bizkit. Their songs choices of this comedy works are good, and it's definitely Breaking Normal. Check out these guys on the Breaking Normal podcast. They have a lot more to say, and I have some things to ask them. Thank you all.